What's up everybody, it's Critical. For a long time I've been confused on how to properly masturbate, until I came across this video. This pasture demonstrates the correct way of jerking off, and the only way that's approved by God. So let's go ahead and watch this together so that way you too can learn the right techniques. I should mention before we begin that he will be using an arrow to substitute for his penis. He doesn't actually whip his cock out for this. However, you can see him after the service for a more hands-on demonstration. I like the way he looks in this right here. He looks like a fucking caveman that first discovered fire and he's trying to show his friends, but none of them believe him. I don't understand why he has a bow and arrow at church. I guess that's just standard procedure for some places, but let's just get right into this shit.
Of course it hurts. Of course it's fire. Of course it's pain. Of course it's that's hot. God, just shut up. I can handle it. I know what I'm doing. Oh, God, that hurts. Oh, God, I'm so tired. Oh, God, I didn't want to lose her. Oh, God, I didn't want to have that pain. Oh, God, no.
Look familiar? It certainly does to Mark Cuban in the back left over there. He's paying real close attention to this like he's about to perform fucking open heart surgery, analyzing every detail here, every stroke. He's really taking it all in. Now what this fine gentleman has just shown us is the standard protocol for meat beating. He's really illustrated it beautifully here and really captured the essence of choking the chicken. It's as if we're actually watching him masturbate here. From the wounded dog sounding shit to the come down. It's amazing what he's done here.
God, you love me so much, don't you? Yes. Oh, God, thank you for what you're making me. You're welcome. Oh, God. I see an opportunity. Yeah, so do I. Oh, God, I see a beautiful wife.
Now this is how you're supposed to do it, nice and slow, make it real and intimate. It's supposed to be a personal experience between you and God, so make it that way, you fucking troglodytes. Don't make it some quick, spit and shit, strum and cum routine. Treat your dick like it's the last Cheeto Puff on earth and you're starving. You just gonna scarf down that Cheeto Puff right then and there? No. You're gonna savor it. You're gonna take your time with it. Your dick should be treated no differently.
I never dreamed of her. A lot of things you never dreamed of, son. Lots of things you never dreamed of. Oh, you think I can marry her? She's very, very polished. You better get her more polished, son. Hey, God! The little children, I hold my arms. Oh, it's sweetest thing in the whole world. Oh, I'm so honored to be their daddy. Yeah. Now you remember who owns them.
This reminds me of a really old Whitest Kids You Know sketch, The Slow Jerker. It was about how uncomfortable it is to do fake masturbation slowly. It's comical when you do it fast, but when you do it slow, it just makes everyone uncomfortable. But I do respect this man's bravery to go up here and do it nice and slow. The way he does it in his bedroom is the way he's doing it right here and right now. I also really agree with the message he's sending here. The only time you can really talk to God is when you're playing with your wiener. It's the only way. It's like your penis is a walkie-talkie right to God's frequency, and the only way to keep holding down the button is to be playing with your cock. It's the only way. And I've always known that. That's why when I masturbate, I like to talk to God too. I even have a pre-masturbation grace I like to say as if it's Thanksgiving, and it goes, "Dear Lord, dear God, with one hand on my rod, with this porn on my screen, my dick soon spit cream. It's the duty of my wiener. I'll be baptized in these titties and I'll come out cleaner. Amen."
Make sure they serve me. That's why I gave them to you, son. Oh, God. I see a pulpit. God says, Not done working on you, son. You think I stand here before you tonight sorry that I yielded to God?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I have no idea what he was talking about during that. I could hardly hear him. He was just getting way too into the zone and whispering, but at least he brought the attention back to the audience and is now pointing at them. This is your fault. You touch your penises, so now I have to come up here and show you how it's done. The right way to do it. This is all on you. You brought this upon yourself. You heathens.
You think I stand here tonight with these, my trusted men, sorry that I yielded. You think I'm regretting that I yielded to God? You think I'm sorry when I see this crowd here tonight? No. Oh, God, keep polishing. Keep polishing, keep polishing, keep polishing.
And that concludes tonight's service. Make sure you put some bills into the pass-around tray thing. And thank you all for attending. I hope you've all learned something here today. Yeah, that's it. See ya. When you think of a school prank, like an officially licensed, endorsed school prank from the school to the students, you think of some lame shit like, oh, your backpacks aren't allowed in the hallway today. Just kidding, you can keep them there. Oh, you're getting out of class 5 minutes early today. Just kidding, big prank. You're actually staying late. We're doubling homework and slashing all your tires. You think of trivial, dumb pranks like, you know, the fellow kids shit like, does anyone else Big Chungus? Signed the principal. Bad pranks. But where there's one school a few years back that pulled the ultimate prank that makes every other prankster in the world look like fucking amateur limp-dick losers in comparison. The prank was, for their pep rally, it was a high school, they invited a select group of students to the basketball court, they blindfolded them, and then they were made out with. The students were under the impression they were making out with another student in their class, but it turns out they were making out with their parents, their actual mommy and daddies.
They might luscious lips
The most shocking thing about this video isn't the incest, it's the fact that Tom Brady wasn't there making out with his kids. I thought for sure he'd take any opportunity to make out with them on camera. But now when I saw this initially, it was like a few years ago, and I thought for sure it was fake. You know, that wasn't actually their parents. It was just designed to be a shock viral video. And I didn't think anything of it until a couple hours ago. I was looking for douche tuber trends, and one of the pranks they're doing is kissing their parents. And the related video was the news report about this pep rally incident, and it turns out it's completely real. This school actually endorsed incest and had the parents make out with the students on the basketball court. Let's go ahead and play the news clip.
To be fair, this was supposed to be a joke. But when it went viral on YouTube, some people didn't find it the least bit funny.
As principal, I'm responsible for everything that happens in the school, so ultimately I'm the person who, you know, needs to answer for this.
Man can't even help but crack a smile during the interview. That is not the face of remorse. That is a man who is content with his giant evil plan of incest. He was the Dr. Frankenstein, and his monster was sin. Pure incest sin. I can already see how this came about, you know. The pep rally planners came to the principal pitching their ideas. He's like, yeah, good shit, yeah, sounds great. But how about for a grand finale, we have some parents make out with their children on the basketball court, huh? Incest, it's a good joke. Now that's comedy, ha ha ha. Now, dropping the sarcasm, comedy comes in all shapes and sizes and all forms. I don't think incest is a great form of comedy. I think the best form of comedy is found at my Twitch streams at twitch.tv/moistcritical. You should all go follow right now. I'll be live when this video goes up. Fuck yeah, would love to see you there. You don't have to kiss your parents, but you can come kiss me.
Last Thursday, there was a pep assembly at Rosemount High School. Staff at the school planned a prank for the winter sports team captains. Each of them was blindfolded and kissed. The idea being the student think the kisser was another student, and then guess who it was. But the joke was, the mystery kisser was that student's mom or dad. It was a gag that ultimately went awry.
What does she mean the joke went awry? The joke went exactly as planned. The principal was jerking off in the bleachers while it was going on. I mean, this is exactly how they drew it up. There was a malfunction. There wasn't like a miscommunication. This is exactly what happened. The parents wanted to come make out with their kids. It's very disturbing how down the parents were to just make out with their kids. This didn't happen in Alabama, surprisingly. This was in Minnesota. But I really just don't get what the reporter's angle. She's like, yeah, it was supposed to be a joke. It went awry. What do you mean? What went wrong here? And the joke was always kids making out with their mom and dad. It's a horrible joke. It's not a joke. It's a crime. It's literally illegal. I'm surprised this Congo line of incest didn't lead to summoning Lucifer, because this is such a huge amount of sin in a small area that it's goddamn unholy. But I don't understand why the news anchor is trying to make it so sympathetic, like, damn, they had such a clean, good joke in mind for their students, but unfortunately, something went wrong.
For all the people who are offended, they're genuinely offended, and I owe them an apology.
Why people were so put off possibly has a bit to do with context.
Nope. I think what most people were put off by was the incest. I don't think it had anything to do with context or the storyline here, but I'm no certified news anchor, so what do I know?
What some are upset about is what they saw in this 59-second YouTube clip, which, according to Principal Wallersheim, isn't 100% indicative of what happened at the assembly.
What you see on the internet, sometimes you see just portions of what's really happened.
Honestly, the principal makes a pretty good point here. We're only peeking in on the making out with the parents portion. I'm sure we already missed all of the other great pranks they had before this one at the pep rally, such as blindfolded anal with a mysterious stranger who turns out to be the parents, cunnilingus blindfolded on a stranger who turns out to be the parents. I'm sure there was a lot of great pranks the principal pulled on the students that we just didn't get a chance to see, so we're only judging based on a small portion.
And it can lead you to think a certain way.
But he isn't making that an excuse, he says. His main point is to apologize, plain and simple.
This is supposed to be a fun event, and it should leave everyone feeling pepped. And if it's leaving people not feeling good or embarrassed or hurt, then that's absolutely the opposite of what we're trying to do.
I don't know about you guys, but nothing gets me more pepped, hyped up, and ready for, fun like making out with parents. Yeehaw, baby. Man, what a banger of a prank right there. You douche tubers have got your work cut out for you to reach this principal's level of expertise when it comes to pranks. That shit is gnarly. Wow. Yeah, that's it. See ya. One of my best friends in the whole wide world, Matt, got married a little over a month ago, and it was a beautiful ceremony, magical, like something out of a fairy tale. And yesterday, this same Matthew from the riveting story I was just telling about the wedding sent me an interesting video that is truly horrific. The cringe is unbearable, but it's actually a video I saw a long time ago and completely forgot about, as if I was neuralized to remove all the memories of it because it was so painfully cringe.
Hi, I'm Shannon. I've known Tracy for, oh god, I think so. So I started the North Store at 2:30. Yeah. So I don't quite know Anthony that well, but Tracy talked about you like nonstop. Seriously.
It already gets off to a thrilling start here with her doing an internal abacus in her head to calculate how long she's known the bride. And it ends with her saying basically nothing except, I don't really know him that well. That's sure to energize the crowd. I have no doubt everyone's on the edge of their seat right now. She's got us in a fucking titty twister here of excitement with this one that she's building up to. So it's pretty clear she's been drinking. She obviously didn't prepare any kind of speech, even though I'm pretty sure at most weddings you're told ahead of time if you're going to be someone giving a speech, or maybe at this one they open the floor up to anyone that wants to give a speech, I'm not sure. But the way that it worked at Matt's wedding is it was pre-established who was giving speeches. I wasn't one of them. I really think having me give a speech at an emotional event would really ruin the mood. Not because I'd say anything foul, like I wouldn't go on some kind of spiel about marriage being a scam and ruin the atmosphere, but I just feel like the way that I speak doesn't lend itself super well to an emotional scene where people are crying over how sweet everything is. I'd get up there with the mic and just be like, yeah, so I've known Matt since middle school, and him and Monique make a really good couple. They're a really strong team, like Connor and Abby from Cubics Robots for Everyone. Highly underrated show. But anyway, this has been a fantastic hootenanny. Really wonderful. Yeah.
And she'd be like, I mean, you do that. I'm like, I don't care. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. You guys are so cute together. I swear to God, you guys, I hope the longest. Seriously, till death do us part, Anthony. Seriously, you better take care of my girl. Because if you don't, I know where you live.
The side-splitting comedy routine here from her Netflix special is slaying. She's absolutely cooking up there, and the crowd is loving it.
Just kidding. But yeah, you guys are so cute. You're part of the family. I swear to God, I'm not gonna be racist, you guys. I'm just saying, okay?
Oh, thank heavens. I was worried she was going to get racist for a moment. Luckily, she clarified to everyone in the room that she is not going to get racist. we can wipe the sweat from our forehead now. Shannon has made it very clear she's not going to be racist. So, that's good.
I'm gonna be racist, okay? No, just kidding.
Luckily, she wasn't racist, so huge applause for her. She's doing a great job. Her speech is like one run-on sentence that just refuses to end. It's just like this thought in her head that she can't quite articulate, and it leads to nothing. It's like if you're playing the maze game on the back of a cereal box, but you just keep hitting every single wall and never make it to the end. There is no point to anything she's saying.
Of course, you guys are gonna get the interracial couples. Oh my god. No, seriously. You guys are outstepping the stereotype, and I love it. Like, adore. But you guys, I swear, I love Black people because you guys are the best. Like, my own daughter's great aunt is like the best woman. And so it's just like, I swear to God. And you guys are amazing. I love you. I love you guys. Bless you. I love you.
Good luck to anyone at the wedding trying to follow up that banger of a speech. She crushed it. She was spamming the words "just kidding" during that speech like she was playing League of Legends with a missing enemy ping. She, maybe needed to rehearse a little bit. Like, maybe just write a couple things down. Like, maybe just bullet points on her phone, even. Pretty much anything besides what she did there. I do think it is an excruciatingly painful thing to sit through. When I watched this again, like when Matt sent it to me, I, for the first time in a long time, actually put my head in my hands like this, listening to it, because I couldn't look. It's one of those things that it's hard to keep your eyes on it. It's such a disaster of a speech. And it's not like she was saying anything at all. It was actually a bunch of fucking mumbo-jumbo. It would have been less agonizing if she went up there and just started doing armpit fart noises into the mic. Like, anything besides this, really. So if any of you have a wedding coming up and you're nervous about your speech, don't worry, it can't be that bad. It can't be that bad, I don't think. But now I want to briefly talk about Matt's wedding, because now I have an excuse to. I don't think I ever talked about it in a video. I talked about it on stream a couple times when people asked, but as I mentioned, it was like a great event and everything. But I had ordered my outfit like 5 or 6 months ago, and if you've been to the streams, you'll know that I've been recently working on putting on a lot more muscle. So I've gained like 10-15 pounds over the last couple of months, like maybe like 2 or 3 months. And so when all my clothes got here, I didn't even bother to try them on. I just assumed they would still fit. Big mistake. Fast forward to wedding day and I'm putting these clothes on for the first time. They do not fit at all. I put on the dress shirt that goes under the blazer, and that thing was like an actual fucking straitjacket on me. I couldn't actually do the top 2 buttons, so what I ended up having to do, because if I tried to, it would actually suffocate me and I'd probably die. I would go up to the altar where Matt and Monique were getting married, and I would actually pass out with the other groomsmen having to like catch me and fan me. I probably wouldn't have made it out alive. So I had to I couldn't do those buttons, so I had to keep them open, and I had to hide it with my tie because I looked like such a fucking stupid idiot. And then I tried to put the blazer on, or the jacket, whatever. It shows how much I dress up. I don't even know what it's called. I think it's a blazer, but like the actual, like the man stuff, like the coat, whatever it is. So I put that on, and that shit restricts my movement and had my upper body moving at like 2 FPS. So like when I was walking up to like the other groomsmen, it looked like something out of PlayStation 1 with the way I was moving around with my upper body. And the pants were an absolute catastrophe. Me trying to wiggle my butt cheeks into those pants was unholy, and I don't think I've ever done something so physically taxing. Like, me getting dressed was, like, I was sweating like I was competing in a combat sport. When I do finally slide into those bad boys, I realize a huge problem. I can't button them. I was able to zip them up, which was no easy task either. That zipper was fighting for its life. But I couldn't button them. If I had gotten that button to like actually lock, I would have blown up like a character in The Boys with like my intestines flying out of my mouth and gore all over the place. I wouldn't have made it. So what I ended up doing is I took the button flap, because the dress pants have like that little flap that hides the actual button itself. I took that and I just cinched it across, so that way it kind of looked like it was buttoned, so no one could really tell. At least no one pointed it out, but maybe they were just being nice because the pants were still kind of like wide open at the top like that. You could see that it wasn't buttoned, I imagine, if you actually looked close enough. But it was my only option. Anyway, the wedding was wonderful. Luckily, I didn't have like a ripped pants SpongeBob moment to be the biggest loser on the beach. We survived it. And I just wanted, I wanted to at least mention it here. I finally had an excuse to talk about Matt's wedding a little bit because I was fighting a battle out there. I went to war. Jesus Christ. But anyway, yeah, terrible wedding speech. Worst I've ever heard. That's it. So yeah. Caleb sent me this and said it was like really hard to watch. And I didn't expect it to actually be hard to watch, but it is. This is a family vlog channel that did the standard YouTuber thing where it's we broke up. But this one did it in such an uncomfortable way because it's very clear that this was a one-sided breakup. The wife broke up with the husband. And she, to his face throughout this video, just keeps saying why she was right to break up with him. I only watched about a minute and a half. Well, it was more like 2.5 minutes. And she's like, yeah, when I thought about you with other women, I just got so happy that you just wouldn't be with me anymore. Like, right to his face as he's still about to cry. So I figured we could at least watch this together and see kind of what it's all about.
Are you gonna cry?
No.
I might. I'm just kidding.
Thanks to Prime Zeppelin.
All right. And then personal things, family things, and obviously what we are telling you now.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I feel.
This is another thing about family vlog channels. They share fucking everything. There are no secrets between them and me. Like I said, I watched about 2.5 minutes and I felt like I was getting broken up with. I was getting emotional. I'd never even heard of this channel before. They just share the most personal shit of all time. It's wild to me that they, like, anyone would think it's a good idea.
It's just hard to know in that situation from a content point of view.
And everything's content, baby. We break up for content, goddammit.
We were going through a lot of emotions and a lot of sad, at least I was going through a lot of sad emotions, so
He just keeps saying, like, I was sad,
vlogging
and she is never sad about it.
I was still in the denial phase, like, no, this can't be happening.
Yeah.
Can't be happening, but sadly it is, and it happened.
This is so uncomfortable.
Awkward, and we're here. Yeah, and we're here.
Why
so,
do it?
Like, and, but I'm better now. So, yeah.
It feels like she intimidated him into making this video.
So
Does it make you feel better to say it like that? Do you feel better because it's not you?
Yeah, because I tried my ass off to make it work in the end, and
But that's the
Give it all
thing,
in,
guys.
yeah.
If you're listening,
wasn't good
in
enough.
the end doesn't always
You blew
work
it.
And
Could they be faking it?
got
I don't
to a
know. We'll
point
see.
in my mind where I felt like, are we just best friends? Like, I feel like that's what we are. Is there more to it than that? You know?
We're watching
And
a couple
there
break
has
up,
been more to
goddammit.
it than that. Crazy and dramatic. Nobody like cheated. Nobody like.
This is about where I stopped.
feelings were hurt though. You did some things that hurt my feelings, but I found out later on.
Can you please clarify that I wasn't cheating?
Yeah, you weren't cheating.
People will dig into
You
that.
did a lot of things that bothered me. I wouldn't consider them full-blown cheating, but it was definitely
Close.
lines
Oscar,
that
I'm
we
not
shouldn't have
keeping
crossed.
that.
Alright, fine. What about that situation bothers you?
It's
Yeah.
not that situation. I just feel like
Yeah, that sounds like cheating to me, Oscar.
Like specific things. Like, do we want to talk about when I had mental
It was only
health
oral.
issues, you were not there for me,
And
like,
it's my
we have
fault.
To, like, dig into all of that.
I wasn't a good enough
And I
husband.
do think something like this, it's sad that it took this.
It takes two in a relationship. And
Oscar wasn't pulling
is
his weight.
Like, yes, there are things he has done to hurt me or made us drift apart or like all the things, right?
Yeah.
But
It's all his
so
fault.
have I. Thinking of Oscar being happy with somebody else,
Yep, there it
and
is.
that made me happier. That's when I knew I didn't want to be with you anymore.
Why say that to his face on camera for your audience? Like, why do that? You have sat this man down and are breaking up with him again and rubbing his nose in it like a dog who took a shit on the carpet and you're like, hey, don't do that again. You know, like making him smell it. What is the point? You could have just said it in like a 1 minute video like, hey, look, we broke up. It was mutual. We're fucking done. All right. The channel will go on. But instead we have a 15-minute dissertation about why she was in the right to break up with Oscar. This is where I stopped. I forgot about this part. But yeah, this is where I stopped initially. So this is going to be uncharted water for me. I'm going to go in deep. I'm going to be the couple's therapy here. I'm going to analyze everything because, god damn it, it's here for me to analyze. I want to take a peek and see what's gone wrong here.
When I think of you with somebody else and that's what I want for you, I don't think you're in love with that person.
Really?
Yeah, can you handle that? You like that,
I
Oscar?
don't know, I've never heard that side, so it's a lot to take in right now. But
Yeah, luckily we're doing it on camera.
I don't like the things that you like. I don't want the same things that you want. I'm not interested in the same things that you want. And I want you to have that. So why am I like selfishly hanging on with a million other reasons? Like, guys, there's a lot. That's like the main.
I love soap operas now. This is good.
So what triggered you to be so mean though this last month? Not that she was horrible. She was actually very nice to me during the actual breakup process. But there was a phase where like I was trying.
Once I had decided that I didn't want to be with Oscar,
I'm about to watch a fight.
Tell him that because we were going on the. Like,
I'm watching a domestic issue.
So I instead.
You were doing a lot to push me away, not like in a.
Subconsciously, I really was like self-sabotaging.
Why would you do that? Come on now.
Trying to get you to break up with me, so it wasn't me. I don't.
Even the cat's upset back there. It's pissing on your couch.
Like as soon as I decide something, you know that. Like I want to say it. I want to tell you. I can't just like.
This is just an argument. Yeah, they're literally just arguing here.
Yes, I did explode a few times, guys, and I've worked on it. I've actually gotten way better at it over the years.
Why? They sat here and recorded this, and then edited it, and they're like, "Yep, this is how we announce it. This is how we do it. We go out with a bang." And for what it's worth, the vlogs have continued. He is still living at the house, and they're still making vlogs together, but they are no longer together, which makes it very uncomfortable. I tried watching the most recent one. It makes it very weird with that bit of context, because you can see the kids are pretty sad about it. So, yep, I would say, as the unqualified therapist, the outsider here, the stranger you've invited into your lives, I would say you probably should take like a month, 2 months off from vlogs, would be my prescription here. And maybe like rethink how we approach the breakup announcement in the first place. Like maybe it could have just been summed up in a tweet.
Said you're prepping for our breakup video?
Yeah, this is how we do it. I'd start fucking throwing plates and then hitting you over the head with a frying pan like it's Looney Tunes.
I thought you actually were saying that they were throwing things at each other.
No, well they're just arguing. She brought up how angry he gets and how he throws things, but then she just keeps piling on more and more things into this lore.
Good.
So it's not really a breakup.
This is the thing about this video that I hate is it's like you did, I did, like,
and you still chose to post it.
That's what I said.
This is what's happening. I'm sad. I know you guys are gonna be sad. I'm sorry that we haven't made a video about it for a minute.
I don't know.
Long story short, I do feel like we're in a really good place right now. We're still.
It looks healthy.
We're figuring it out.
We have a whole life.
This looks pretty healthy to me.
7 years. It takes a minute to like know.
7 years.
Extremely respectful of the breakup process. Nobody else, like I said, like she said, no one else.
I thought you said that she broke up with him.
Nothing. Currently, no one.
Yeah, she broke up with him. She said that the idea of him being with other women made her happier than being with him. So she got tired of him. She didn't like that he would get angry sometimes. So for like a year, she hasn't liked their relationship or something. But they recently just had a new baby last year. So basically, since they've had that baby, she's not like this man.
So, see, kids don't solve everything.
No, probably not. But they're good for that YouTube paycheck.
Oh, can I tell you the funniest conversation I had with you?
What?
In Florida when we were on the phone.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess, whatever.
Yeah, just share everything.
He went to
I want to hear it all.
Club. Can I say that?
Yeah, I don't care.
The night before, and then we were talking about it, and I was like, well, did you, like, get a lap dance or anything? And he's like, no, I feel too awkward. So anyways, long story short.
I didn't go alone, by the way. I went with a group of friends.
Right.
Anyways.
Where's the story?
Didn't get a lap dance.
I'm not going to come now.
Just as much money as the stripper.
I barely threw anything, but sure.
Tell them you barely didn't and how much it was.
Okay.
You sound like an idiot.
Hey, I just
that's not things you just talk about in a video.
I feel like a ball.
You didn't even get a
Yeah, he's having fun.
Okay, anyways, revert. Go back. So then.
To be fair, it looks like it was miserable going through this breakup with her.
And I was trying to give him advice on like how to sleep with girls or like know when a girl wants to. And
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God,
they are literally still married.
First of all, when you talk about that.
Like, I don't know, guys.
Well, are they actually married or?
Oh yeah, they are. They've been together for like 7 years now.
So they're full on divorcing. It's not just a like a breakup. Like they're just
I think so.
Like, I mean, like, they're talking about, like, still doing their taxes together, so it made me think that they were married, but they haven't said anything about, like, divorce. They just keep saying, like, a breakup.
Yeah. Thanks.
Are they, like, working through it but staying married for the tax benefits? Like, is that...
I have no idea. Thanks to the resub Pylon, Blunt, and the gift sub Satan. Good to see you, Satan. The Prime Jelly, resub
Or, yeah,
Ace,
like, is it
Dan,
just,
and Chronic,
like, turning into an open relationship? Like...
I have no idea.
What happens if I have a 5th kid, though?
They have 4 kids.
That's your new person's problem, not mine. Dude.
Yeah, let's go, Oscar. We don't care.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Vlog.
We're done.
He's like, all right, I'm just gonna end it here.
Like, living in the same house with 4 kids, what could go wrong? Right?
Yeah.
He looks so stressed.
Well, I guess a lot of things, but
He's very unhappy. He's not having fun.
Leave your questions down below. We'll probably do a Q&A because why not? Why not?
Yes, why not? You're already being open enough as it is.
Everybody in our lives thinks
confidence, I love it. The fact that you think after everything you put me through, I would be like,
me, but you.
This is so weird. I feel so bad right now.
Besides some attitude here and there.
This is.
I don't know why they would upload this.
I don't know.
oh, there it is.
This is 2 people that fucking hate each other, pretending they don't.
Comforting to Oscar.
Yeah.
But guys, that was early on.
That was rough.
Yeah, no, that got worse and worse and worse. It was just a full-blown domestic dispute that they filmed. This is what I mean. Like, people literally live through YouTubers and their lives.
Well, here, Oscar's glow up after this is about to be iconic. At least people are on his side on it. More of like a, this is...
Yeah, most people are... Well, it was pretty clear that she fucking hates Oscar.
Yeah.
He was definitely the one that was hurting the most here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she looked...
Literally, yeah, she's so happy.
She looked fucking thrilled.
And he's just, like, out of it the whole time, like...
Yeah.
He wasn't there.
Exit Tier 1 Wolf.
He looked miserable. Momo. Like, he didn't want to be doing that whole thing. I mean, I didn't see the beginning, but I'm sure he looked the same way.
Yeah. They didn't do a Q&A yet. I already looked earlier. Oh my god, never mind, they did. How did I miss this? I saw this one. This one was very uncomfortable. But I didn't see this. Oh my god,
there's 22 minutes.
There's still so much more to learn. I don't know.
You sound excited to be.
Not really. I don't know. That was very uncomfortable. I just feel kind of dirty and slimy just for knowing that much about that couple for no reason. I don't really care about that. It was just, he clearly doesn't want to.
Okay,
and she's telling him how to get girls. I mean...
This video so soon. I actually filmed.
Oh, and one of their kids is watching this.
That first part, because so many questions, and we're like, all right, we need to address something.
I think the next time that we film a video in the kitchen, it needs to be a positive video.
Oh god.
So I kind of thought that we would.
Time to watch Mom and Dad fight on camera again.
Like things that I wanted to. You said nothing the whole time. Yeah, and I had to say anything because these are awkward conversations to have. You don't really know what.
You don't have to have these conversations on camera. You really don't.
All the backlash. So and like it's funny. We have like banter.
Yeah.
We're in a good place.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
No.
Yes. Yeah,
no, are we in a good place?
Yes.
Tell them.
I'm laughing because the nipple thing was out of habit and I didn't squeeze. I just was like, oh wait.
Yeah, he didn't. And he said, yeah. But like,
thank God, Oscar. Your honor is still intact.
That kind of tends to happen.
People also don't.
I mean, that's the whole point.
Oh, really?
It's
why?
Signal.
Oh, yeah. No, guys, it is done. Like.
Whoa. I mean, it is, but relax.
I hope Oscar's side hoe walks in to like help answer questions. I just want to know he's doing okay.
It was important. So like that's when I started to just feel defeated. But that's
just tell me why you hate him.
Decided.
That's all I care about. Stop cushioning the blow. You can take it.
At all, never asked Oscar to get a vasectomy. I did not want him to get a vasectomy. I wanted more kids. And I
see why I did it now.
He didn't get the vasectomy. Oscar had to have a vasectomy. He was going to do that. Yeah. No.
Honestly, good idea, Oscar. Made the right call.
It has nothing to do with me. Yeah, that has I don't want to get.
Is that what made you hate him? Because his wiener is snipped?
It had nothing to do with having.
I feel like I'm getting to the bottom of this.
I mean, his wiener's not
weird
snipped.
About bodies.
No, his wiener's cut in half now. That's what a vasectomy is. They split it in half like a meat stick.
A little while ago, we've had a lot of people say like, are you guys going to get back together in the future?
No,
or, like,
Oscar's
how
done.
Official is this?
It's official.
Yeah. Oscar seems so strong now.
Future brings. Like, I don't want to say Like, I think it'd be
No, Oscar, put your fucking foot down. Say no.
He did.
I'm done.
This is where things
He
get
did,
risky.
and then
I
she
do
talked
not
over
want
him.
to ever leave, then so be it.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. I don't want to speak for my future self, but as of right now, it's like an official no. I don't.
Nice. That's all I needed to hear. Good work, Oscar.
You're done.
Yeah, I don't want to watch 22 fucking minutes of it. It's still so uncomfortable.
It really is.
I don't know why people post these things. That's just so much.
Oh.
He got his balls snipped and she still has them in her purse.
She's probably like, here, freeze some for me.
Rough, yeah. We're finally at that point where I am too old to understand certain trends. And the crack started to show a few years back with the E meme. Took me a long time to really grasp the concept of E. And now it's morphed into 6-7. That's the new big one. So I brushed up on my studies to learn the etymology of 6-7 and understand it. I had heard about it, some whispers of it during streams where people would make a reference to it and giggle to themselves, and I asked what it was. People would explain it as like derivative of that SpongeBob episode with SpongeBob and Patrick in class and they're laughing about 25, that kind of thing. But as it got bigger and bigger, I started to learn through context clues that wasn't exactly it. So I looked it up, and it's apparently a kid at like a sporting game just said like 6-7 and then did this, and it caught fire recently. Anyway, they say the greatest fear is fear of the unknown, and now that I know 6-7, I don't have to be afraid any longer. Instead, now I can just properly cringe at it. I saw a pretty interesting clip today featuring beloved 6-7 references, and I wanted to share it with all of you because holy fuck, it is a painful watch. Fair warning, it's only coming through on the right channel of the audio.
Football is, you can definitely tell there is a new play caller in town. The offense is looking, the offense is looking a lot more versatile. They're getting their tight end in there with more reps. Still seem really characteristic with the running game, but definitely seeing a lot more passes from Malik Murphy to Trent Walker. And I think even though the game is tied, the offense has looked entirely different, and we'll see how it goes.
Oh. Yikes. Yucky. Yeah, I couldn't do anything to mix the audio together so you could hear it in both channels. I believe that this was just such a miserable thing that videos weren't even meant to capture, that it actually fucking cringed the technology itself and did everything it could in like a self-defense mechanism to try and like spare at least one eardrum here from having to hear this maniac screaming 6-7 at the top of his lungs. So it's pretty clear the group is inebriated. And there's definitely worse, more destructive, more annoying things that drunk people have done on camera. So on the totem pole of degeneracy, this is kinda low. But I gotta tell you, sports fans, there is something particularly embarrassing, something special about the Goob Squad rolling up here with Even Stevens shouting 6-7 at the top of his lungs like it's his war cry, like the last thing he's going to be able to get out on the battlefield. It's just so embarrassing. It is so ass that it's able to elicit an actual fight or flight response just watching this video. Like, again, I only just recently learned the origins of this in the first place, and now seeing it in the state it is here, with adults spamming it like Fortnite emotes in the background of a camera, it just really makes you think. You had the guy looking right down the pipe, straight down the barrel of the camera there, all of his friends getting in on the action, doing this kind of thing. It is an actual symphony of agony. Like, everything that could be awful about a clip is awful here. A reporter just trying to do her job, getting yelled at like 2 feet behind her, ear-piercing screeches from this guy whose voice keeps cracking under the desperate weight of his need to be the center of attention by saying popular popular meme. It's all a masterpiece of disaster.
Through the second half of this game.
No, years old, by the way.
Look at them.
I bet you thought the clip was done, huh? I pulled the wool over your eyes. No, it actually went on for far longer, unfortunately. I don't know what the broadcast was. I don't know why it sits on this shot for so long, like why she is forced to stand there in the middle of this miasma of cringe. But my God, my heart breaks for her, because holy shit, every facet of this is awful. From the clear protagonist 6'7" guy who is so pleased with his joke he even starts recording it himself from his own POV, to his sidekick, his lackey friend who comes in to try and do his own thing with another meme screaming help and then doing this. No one seems to care about that, not even their friends are laughing at that one, so that's a fucking dud. That falls flat, then he gets full of shame, turns around and leaves, and then somehow one of their other friends is on the floor laughing, tickling his belly like he's going Gear 5 Luffy here. He's just over there laughing so hard, tickling himself because this is so hilarious. And then the one guy who stuck his face in the camera is starting to have a come-to-Jesus moment where he's like, okay, stop. This guy's 22 years old, by the way. Like, everything here is just perfect from the perspective of agony, like misery on camera. It reminds me of that fucker right in the pussy thing from many moons ago, but at least that had the wherewithal to be short and not, like, drone on endlessly for so long, and it was self-contained. You didn't need like tidbits of lore from outside of it. Like, you didn't, it's not like a Marvel movie where you have to watch like 20 movies or 20 shows to know what's going on in the movie. 6-7, you hear that and you have no idea what it is until you look it up and like connect the dots, follow the breadcrumbs. At least fucker right in the pussy, you knew exactly what that was saying, what that was about, and it was like a flash of lightning, just super quick. One sentence, and then everyone parts ways. They give the mic back, at least in all the ones I saw, and that was that. This, on the other hand, goes on for over a minute. It is a slobber knocker. It overstays its welcome immediately and then stays planted there for another minute longer of just constant 6-7. It is brutal. Anyway, just wanted to share that. That's really about it. See ya. I saw a video today that made me emotional. It's a couple giving their wedding vows, and it's not often I'll see a video like this and just be moved to tears, but this one was really pulling on the heartstrings, and, well, I just thought it was an important video to showcase here to prove that true love does still exist. I know there's some of you out there that have stopped believing in love, but this one might reignite your faith. This is two hearts coming together like magnets and forming an unbreakable, covalent bond. A James Bond.
Then as time went on and I was falling deeper in love with you, I was and always will be one of the easiest people to please. Only two things are required to keep me happy: keep my belly full and my balls empty. So you're amazing at half of it. We really need to get you some cooking lessons.
And they say chivalry is dead and romance is kaput. So, the wedding vows start pretty aggressive here, talking about some ball draining, and it only gets more graphic and 50 Shades of Grey-esque. So these are the wedding vows between this newlywed couple, and his vows are basically just an erotica fanfic about his partner. And this is delivered in front of not only his family, her family, but in front of God too, who's probably weeping and feeling very embarrassed that this was allowed to transpire on his earth. It's pretty yucky, but they seem to be having a good time. I don't know how their families feel about having to listen to this guy talk about his daughter is basically just a fucking fleshlight for himself. Off-rip going into like, hey, your new job as my wife, your duties to me are to get better at cooking and drain my balls like Steph Curry drains threes.
Even when my belly isn't full, there is no one I could ever love more in this lifetime, unless I actually get a chance to meet Margot Robbie.
The way he's presenting his vows is also a little uncomfortable. Not only the subject matter about it being almost entirely sexual based, but also it's because he's reading it from his cards here, like his book report almost. It's like he just got called on in front of the class to read from a textbook, and he's a little nervous about it. So it's all kind of like very robotic, which makes it even more weird. But yeah, he's treating it like a stand-up comedy routine, and it's just, it's very uncomfortable because it's all about fucking. Now, before showing you the rest of these beautiful vows, I'd like to show you something else that's beautiful, and that's today's sponsor, Honkai Star Rail. Big thanks to Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring today's video. Honkai Star Rail is the newest free-to-play game from the creators of Genshin Impact, Hoyoverse. So you already know the art style and the characterization is going to be immaculate, absolutely spectacular and breathtaking. It's a free-to-play RPG experience with a focus on strategic combat. So there's a lot of different ways of approaching the combat, a lot of different strategies you can employ to suit your own personal playstyle. So you can shift enemies around environments and characters and upgrade them to suit the way that you want to approach the combat. And since you can freely explore the universe, you can also find different things that'll better suit your playstyle. And all of the combat just looks amazing because they knocked it out of the park with the art direction, so it's all just beautiful visual effects from orbital cannons to ice walls. It's also cross-platform, it supports cross-platform play, so you can install it on mobile and PC and have the game data shared between them. So if you're interested in trying Honkai Star Rail, you can click the link in the description below to get started on your adventure. Big thanks again to Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring the video.
Well, today I'm taking a step further and giving you my last name, the last name of champions. No one deserves it more. With you and the girls by my side, I feel like I can conquer anything. Y'all make life worth living, giving every breath of every day a purpose. Life gets even better when the kids fall asleep and you tell me to come to the bedroom. Nothing's better than the sound of gagging and headboard slamming.
Michael.
He went a good 20 seconds of actually delivering heartfelt, meaningful statements in his vows, like very sweet sentiments, and then immediately into gagging and headboard slamming. Hell yeah, brother. And then that was his mom up there that said Michael, as if she was about to go over there and discipline him, like pull on his ear or wash his mouth out with soap. Now, watching this is actually very interesting because it's so sweet. And I've always seen a lot of these wedding videos go kind of south where like one of the best men or whatever delivers a really cringe speech. Luckily that's not the case here. No cringe to be had on this holy day. But I imagine flopping at either your own wedding or your best friend's wedding with a turbo dog shit speech is one of the worst feelings on the planet. Now, many of you know my buddy Matt recently proposed to his longtime girlfriend, and he wanted to do something special for the proposal, which was he had all of their friends submit short videos talking about how great of a couple they are and all of that. Just a very nice gesture, and he was going to compile all of those short videos into a longer, big video that he was going to surprise her with at a movie theater that they were planning on going to for a movie. It was a very cute idea, and I was included in this mega mix, and I'll go ahead and show you the video I submitted because I think I absolutely fucking crushed it. Hey, my name is Charles White. It is December 8th, 2022. That is 2022 years since the death of Christ. God rest his soul. I've been informed by a close friend of mine named Matthew Phillips that he is proposing to his longtime girlfriend Monique. So I want to say good luck and congratulations. It doesn't get better than that. Honestly, this looks like something out of a horror film. It was late into the evening and I wanted to get the video to him on time before deadline. And well, that's what we landed on. I originally wanted this to be like a 10-minute TED Talk video that I would submit and force Monique and Matt to sit through the entire speech. It was going to be all about how marriage is actually a tool that was developed in Area 51 in order to mind control the populace. But I decided I'll show mercy and just do a quick 20-second blurb. But anyway, the reason I'm showing this is because Matt and his longtime girlfriend are getting married, and at the wedding, I don't know if I'm supposed to give a speech or not, but if I am, I can only pray that I'm able to give something as inspired as the speech you're seeing from this guy right here.
Everyone keeps telling me that marriage is going to ruin a lot of things, but I feel that's only if you let it. You will forever have my heart, and that's a promise till death do we part. P.S. Since you're so good at making decisions like marrying me, you can choose whether tonight's going to end with being a toaster, strudel, or a Twinkie.
If that doesn't make you blush and melt your heart, then you just don't have a soul, partner. Because, wow, That is some silver-tongued Casanova class right there. So, in case you don't understand, if you're some kind of stupid fucking swine, a toaster strudel is referring to after they fuck. He'd pull out and ejaculate onto her tummy, make it maybe in like, you know, little glaze waves, kind of like a toaster strudel, or a Twinkie where he cream pies her, basically. He just fucking ejaculates inside. So that's what he's saying at the end of the vows here.
Alrighty. I'm speechless. You're so really? Being that I am his mom, I will deal with him later. He is grounded. By all means.
Shout out to his mom. She's taking this very uncomfortable situation like an absolute fucking champion. What a good sport here. She's like trying to dissipate all of the cringe in the atmosphere here as best as she can to diffuse it. And there's only so much you can do, really. But the two of them seem happy, and I guess that's all that matters. But I really just have to say, why do this in front of all of the family members of not only you, but her? It's literally just kind of saying in front of all of them that the main thing you care about with her as your partner is sex and not much else. There's a couple of moments, like glimmers of hope, where he does say heartfelt things, like very sweet things, but it's ephemeral. It's immediately overshadowed by going into headboard slamming, gagging, ball draining, nutsack draining, fucking cream pies and all of that. So I just feel like it probably wasn't the time or place for this routine here. Just seems a little trashy, especially because I'm pretty sure their kids are also there, as well as like obviously other kids of the families there having to listen to this really uncomfortable shit. So just kind of awkward, honestly, at the end of the day. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's about it. See ya. When it comes to sad, pathetic things on the internet, I feel like I've seen it all. I'm like the Oracle from the Matrix. Nothing surprises me anymore. Yet, today I bore witness to something so tragically embarrassing on Twitch that it's making me reflect, and it's put me in a very somber state. I feel as though I'm at a funeral service. A streamer invited one of her mods to hang out with her in real life, and then did a stream that was an hour and 25 minutes of agonizing, miserable, inhumane torture. Waterboarding would have felt more pleasant for this mod, I imagine. She spends the entire stream basically just insulting him. He is the butt of every one of her jokes, and she kind of just reduces him to a spittoon for her and her chat to spit in and make fun of. Now, I think punching bags get treated with more respect than this guy did, and it only got worse the longer the stream went on. She had a donation goal where if the stream gave her $500, she would kiss him.
Oh god, fuck.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, one more shot, guys.
Dang.
If you ever want to get drunk really fast, just have to kiss Dilly, you'll be fucked up by the time the night's over.
That is soul-crushingly mean-spirited. That is downright diabolical. Saying if you want to get drunk, just try and kiss Dilly, you'll be fucked up by the end of the night. Saying that you have to be hammered to want to kiss this guy. And this is the attitude for the entire stream, so she makes it pretty clear that she can't really stand to be around him unless she is extraordinarily drunk, so the whole time she is drinking throughout the stream. They reach the donation goal, so now she's obligated to give him a little smooch.
Can't do it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Can you come closer?
Okay, this close? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Can you pucker up? Pucker up.
This is I have small lips.
You just snotted on me. You just snotted on me.
That's why Allie.
You went, and the little snots went on my leg.
It did?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Oh my god.
All right, come on.
Okay.
If I was watching a hostage video where someone had kidnapped my grandmother, threatening to slit her throat unless I paid the ransom, I would honestly find that video to be less cruel and more humane than this Twitch stream I just watched. This is absolutely brutal. My heart breaks for this guy. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he's done to deserve this, but this is like a divine punishment here. This whole thing was her idea. This was her donation incentive. And now she's acting like it was the worst thing that ever happened to her. It's so bad, she's got to go rinse her mouth out. She's got to fucking brush her teeth and scrub it all down with soap and bleach just to try and erase the stain that his lips put upon hers. It's just evil. This whole stream is her basically just bullying this guy.
Well, Jesus Christ. Well, are you okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm back, guys. Sorry, I'm good. I'm good.
She's putting on this big song and dance about how gross and disgusting this was, when it was her idea. She's doing this just to make him feel even worse, and put on a show for her chat at this guy's expense. Like, oh, this loveless loser virgin flew all the way here, and oh, I just had to kiss him. Like, that's so mean. And this should be a wake-up call to her chat that, like, donates money to her under this idea that she's going to like them or something like that, or parasocially donating to her because they think that they're going to be friends or even more than that. This should be the biggest wake-up call. Your third eye should be fucking beaming from your forehead right now with this out there. This is her mod, someone who literally, like, does a ton for her. And this is how he's getting treated in front of everybody. That's what she thinks of you as well. Now, like I said, it's not just this viral moment here. The very beginning of the stream comes out fucking guns blazing, going hog wild about this guy having no shot with her and that she doesn't even really respect him at all.
Yeah, Dilly's living the dream. Aren't you so happy to be here?
Yeah. It's my dream, y'all.
Yeah, I've been posting pictures of Dilly every single day on Discord, and this guy cannot hang. Dilly's eyes are fucked. It's because I have cats and he's allergic, and he has allergy medicine. Doesn't he look like Gru from Despicable Me? Sorry, every time I see Dilly, I just start laughing.
This is the very beginning of the stream. This is chapter 1. It's not even chapter 1. This is the prologue. And she immediately comes out of the gate saying that he looks like Gru from Despicable Me, and she can't help but laugh when she sees him. The stream doesn't even make it 5 full minutes without her making sure to insult him in front of everybody. He's just getting publicly flogged immediately. She is flaying him alive throughout most of the stream. Again, this whole hour and 25 minutes is basically just make fun of Dilly, and let the chat make fun of Dilly too. It's so mean-spirited. And this guy, again, I don't know anything about him. He wasn't even creepy or weird or awkward. He seemed like just a very normal guy. He even seems pretty nice and really not weird. Yes, he does come across as like a little lonely and a little socially shy, but there's no like red flags or anything alarming about this guy at all. This must have been hell on earth for him to not only get invited out by the person that he clearly cares about since he mods for her, but to go there and then just be perpetually insulted directly by that person. And the community that you mod for, having all these tomatoes thrown at you throughout the whole thing. And on top of all of that, be surrounded by cats which trigger his allergies. The misery must have been indescribable. Like, I'm getting parasocial with it because I actually just really do feel bad for him here. Like, brother, come on. Have some more self-respect. Have some more confidence. You deserve it. You deserve better than this treatment here. That was just so mean. Now, I already know the cope. I know what the excuse is going to be. Oh, she's clearly just pushing his buttons. They're just joshing around. They're very close friends, obviously. But I don't get that impression at all. These aren't jokes I would tell to even my best friend Matt, who I've known since middle school. A lot of what she says to and about Dilly is just downright nasty. I would never say to Matt, like, the only reason, you know, your wife ever kissed you is because she must have been blackout drunk and forgot what you looked like or something. That's just so fucked up. And, like, she makes statements like that pretty often throughout this stream. These aren't really jokes. She is just insulting this guy as much as possible to make him a laughingstock for her stream.
Cute couple, baby, are not dating. I did not claim this.
Yo.
Sorry, that's so mean, but don't claim it. So yeah, 1 hour stream, so every minute counts. I made a donation goal of $500. I will kiss Dilly. So we hit it. But hopefully, I will be drunk for that. Let's take the first shot of the night, yeah? Is it too early?
No. Cheers.
The way she responded to the cute couple statement seemed like she was genuinely offended anyone would even say something like that. Now, keep in mind, she's still sober right here, so this is still her insulting him with the training wheels on. She hasn't even taken the gloves off yet. It gets really bad shortly after.
And I made all the boys go with Dilly to help change his pants, so I think Dilly threw away his chunky throat pants in the trash. Dilly had the same size hands.
No,
oh my god, you have baby hands.
No way.
Yeah, we have the same size hands. That means you have a small dick.
The astute observers out there will have noticed that I put the stream to 2x speed during her story times, and I'll openly admit to it. The reason is because it was genuinely painful listening to her tell those stories, because it's just shitting on Dilly. She's putting him on blast as frequently as possible, sharing his most embarrassing moments, so giving his lowlights. Here's the worst of moments with Dilly. Here's what Dilly did that was so embarrassing last night. You guys need to hear this. It's just, again, so unnecessarily mean. And then, of course, she has to do something about penis size, so she says, we have the same size hands, which means you have a tiny dick. Your hands aren't even the same size. His hands are visibly bigger than yours, but again, this is just being rude for the sake of it. Nobody is meaner to tier 3 subs or Twitch mods than the streamer themselves, it seems. She is so much nastier to her mod than anyone on Twitter has ever been to any mod for any streamer ever. Now, there are a couple times in the stream that she says that they're good friends, so it's all, you know, in good fun. And what a load of dirty barnacles. I think she says that to try and convince Dilly, and Dilly, he believes it. Dilly's bought into that fantasy. This does not strike me as two people that are friends. This strikes me as her using him for content, as a punching bag. That's what this all seems like. No friend dynamic is like this. No friendship goes like this. Of course you're going to joke around with your friends, you're going to get mean with your friends, but at the end of the day, you're close, and you know that there's no actual bad blood or malicious intent there. I do not get that vibe from this interaction at all, because it is unrelenting for an hour and 25 minutes, and what I'm about to show you here, I think is the most foul thing that she said throughout it.
Oh my god, so either go back with my ex, or get with Dilly for 6 months. Fuck! Okay, so in case you guys know, or don't know, I don't want to say his name out loud. This ex fucking traumatized me, he had a gambling addiction, drug addiction, porn addiction, like he actually fucked me up, okay? So either go through like trauma and emotional abuse, or date Dilly for 6 months. Trying to get back with my ex. Okay, next question. Is it true that
It's in 2x speed because, again, she was going on a montage of degrading him. And then it got to that question. Would you rather get back with your ex, who apparently traumatized her, or date Dilly for 6 months? And she chooses her ex. And then just laughs it off. She would rather be in, I guess, this emotionally abusive situation that she called it, and be traumatized, than be with Dilly for 6 months. Why would you even answer this question in the first place? That is so fucked up. I was stunned when that came around. Like, she knows Dilly is clearly interested in her romantically, and yet she uses that as the butt of the jokes. Like, half of the stream is making it clear that she feels she is so out of his league, so superior to him, that the comedy is that people would even suggest there's a chance. So this question rolls around, and she's like, oh yeah, I'd definitely just go back with the ex. Definitely wouldn't go back, or go with Dilly for 6 months. I'd rather be emotionally abused than spend time with this guy. In front of his face, too. The guy who basically does work for you on your streams by modding, who has also now gone out of his way to hang out with you in real life, and on your stream for your content. And now he has to sit there and hear that you would rather be emotionally abused and traumatized than date him for 6 months. This guy who obviously cares about you. I can't even imagine what a statement like that must feel like to hear. And he has to keep himself composed because she's broadcasting all of this to her audience publicly. I've never met anyone that I've had any kind of relationship with, a friend or even an acquaintance, that has said something that even teeters on as mean as what she just did right there. And she did it right to the face of someone who very clearly cares a lot about her. Now, she laughs it off and moves on to the next question, and I think Dilly has been brainwashed by her into thinking that he's a good friend of hers. But Dilly, I'm just going to hit you with the cold water. Friends don't treat each other this way. She is treating you like a subhuman pile of garbage.
Me personally, I would not hit. So, yeah, there is a right or wrong answer. Well, me personally... How about you rate me first?
10 out of 10.
Oh, fuck, you know, I'm not ready to rate. I'm just gonna drink.
That means I'm a 6. It's okay.
If it was, I would have said that out loud.
Oh.
Anyways.
Again, it's just an absolute flurry of disrespect from her towards Dilly. But I wanted to show this clip here at the end because I think this is a great summation of how this whole experience went, where he rates her a 10 out of 10. And then she refuses to rate him, so he playfully is like, oh, okay, that must mean like I'm a 6. And then she didn't have to say anything. She could have just moved on to the next question, but she went out of her way to let him know that that's not the case. So she says, if it was a 6, I would have said it out loud. Anyway, just trying to take another little stab, drive the dagger deep inside of his heart here to let him know that he is beneath her. He's not a 6 to her, and he needs to know it. It's so unnecessarily mean. It's just being an asshole and nothing more. She puts him down every chance she can find. She attacks every single one of his perceived weaknesses in her eyes, and is doing everything in her power to publicly humiliate and degrade him. It is not friendly. There is nothing jovial about this whole stream at all. It is mean-spirited and just really fucking sad. Like I mentioned, there was a couple of times she tried to cushion the blows, like, oh, we're such good friends, this is all okay. And then when one of the questions during Truth or Drink is, what was your favorite thing about Dilly? She says that he's nice, and that he's like just super nice and not awkward. Those are the only couple of instances where she wasn't just shitting on him. And I think she did that because she could see from the chat that people were dogpiling onto Dilly, and it is just a really uncomfortable stream entirely.
How likely is it for him to pick up a girl tonight?
I'm gonna answer this honestly.
Honestly, you're not getting shit. I think maybe a girl be down to dance with you, you know?
That's a win.
But there's no way, I don't think you're getting any girl's numbers. Or going home with, I'm gonna say it's a 0 out of 10.
Well, obviously I wouldn't bring anyone back here, but...
I would let you. I'm a good friend. So if you want to bring a girl back here, you can. Wow. But I'm just being honest, I don't see it. Prove me wrong though, you know, prove me wrong.
I was perfectly content to not show you any more clips from the stream. I was just about to end the video, but then I remembered this moment, and I just had to showcase it. Even if it's not directly about her, she won't even let him think he has a chance with any girl, for that matter. None. Like, he's not even allowed to go into the club with a good mindset. They're going to a club later this evening, and they were getting hype for it. Like, chat was asking, hey, do you think he has a chance with a girl? And this was her response to it. He's not even allowed to have a good mentality going into it because she's already shitting on him beforehand to bring his self-esteem down. It's just bullying. Like, she is just a bully to this guy. It just doesn't end. He's not allowed to breathe for a second, A, because of the allergies that he's subjected to, but B, because she is constantly this miasma of hate to him. Like, it's just so negative. If this was actually any semblance of a friend, she would have lifted him up like, yeah, you're gonna get some pussy tonight, let's go, let's have a good time out there tonight. That's not what she's doing. She's immediately putting him down. Again, for the millionth time this stream.
Who's better looking, Dilly or your ex? My ex. Next question. Do you ever have any feelings for any of your mods, including him? Hell no, that's why they're my mods.
Last clip from this stream, I promise, but I thought this was an important one. I have for a long time preached about how awful parasocial relationships are and how prevalent it is in streaming. I think hearing her say this should have snapped a ton of people out of that mentality that just by donating to somebody or modding for somebody in this case, that all of a sudden they're going to somehow develop feelings for you or something. Doesn't happen. It won't happen. And that is not a healthy mindset for you as a viewer to be in. I wanted to put this here because she just says it with her whole chest right in front of Dilly. Again, per usual here for this stream. But this is actually an important lesson to learn. Just because you mod for somebody or donate to somebody, if you're a tier 3 sub to somebody, if you've been sub to somebody for years, they are not all of a sudden your best friend, and they are not obligated to fall in love with you or have feelings for you. So, tough pill to swallow for some, I'm sure, but it needs to get through. Now, all that being said, what Dilly was subjected to here is nothing shy of heinous. Nobody deserves this level of public humiliation, and I feel extremely bad for him, and I'm just genuinely wishing him the best going forward. I just had to talk about this because it is one of the downright meanest and saddest streams I've ever seen on Twitch. Like, probably ever, I think. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah. I'm deep in the rabbit hole of unsuccessful and embarrassing flirting, and it's made me really appreciate that I grew up in a time where cell phone video was a fucking sci-fi concept. If you ever tried to take a video with your Motorola Razr back in the day, it came out looking like a picture of Sasquatch. So I got lucky that cell phone video wasn't really common back then, because if it was, I would have been in every cringe compilation for the next 15 fucking years. But I am super happy that now everyone records everything, because it's really pushed us into the golden age of cringe. Today I'd like to share with you a video that also reminds me a lot of me when I was younger, where I believed that I needed a shtick, you know, something that makes me unique from other people to stand out in front of women. I chose the mysterious anime character, and the guy in the video you're about to watch chose the Joker. I've already told this story before, but I'll give you a brief lore recap. In my freshman year of college, I completely reinvented myself to emulate the mysterious anime characters from shows I used to watch, because they always got the big-tittied 2D waifus, so I thought if it worked for them, it'll work for me. Women must love it. They didn't. I just became the creepiest guy at my college. I refused to communicate with anyone there. Anytime someone asked me a question, I wouldn't respond. I'd just stay silent. I even remember there was one time it was raining outside after one of my classes ended, and we were all waiting under the, overhang of our classroom for it to just at least stop raining a little bit, and people with umbrellas left. I had an umbrella, but I was still waiting with everyone, and then I thought it would be a good idea to take my shirt off and walk through the rain. So I did that. I fucking ripped my shirt off like Hulk Hogan, threw it in the trash, and just walked shirtless through the rain all the way back to my dorm. Because in my head, it was a cool idea where the girls in my class would be like, wow, this is a mysterious guy. Why'd he do that? This is amazing. This is a bad boy. I gotta get to know him. That wasn't the case. I probably just came across as a fucking weirdo. Yeah, I'm getting sidetracked already. This video is bringing out the demons. What I want to show you today is a guy who tried to pretend like he has the Joker's laugh in front of his coworker, because I guess he thought it'd be a good idea.
I've been told that my laugh is very reminiscent of the Joker.
Of the Joker, yeah. I hear it, I think, yeah.
For some reason, everyone who's ever taken a single theater class in high school has all decided that they're gonna be the next Joker, so they all practice the Joker laugh a million fucking times, and we've got some classic videos from it, such as the, "I'm the Joker, baby! Ah!" And then there's that one where that dude was painting his face and doing the laugh, and then his roommate walks in concerned, damn near called the police on him. We've got some amazing videos from it, but I don't really understand why so many dudes think it's a good idea to pretend to be the Joker to get laid. It's not really effective for flirting. You just come across like a psychopath. It's not like the Joker was slaying pussy.
Are you laughing because I am?
Yeah.
The fake laugh from her here is painful, but he's doubling down. He's cackling. I have no doubt he practiced this in the mirror moments before unleashing it in the wild here. He said, "Today's the day. I'm gonna show her my Joker laugh, and then we're getting married by the end of the week." When I think of the Joker these days, I don't even think of the actual character anymore. I just think of videos like these and those goofy Facebook Joker memes from lonely dudes who are just down on their luck because the girl they like got a new boyfriend. So they post things like, "Fuck the fucking fuckers before the fucking fuckers fuck you," which is a classic. I'm pretty sure that actually comes straight from Confucius, but they slapped it on a picture of the Joker. But it really is such a shame to see what the Joker has become online. This is the legacy of the Joker now. I still think the Joker is an extremely well-written villain, but my god, it's become like a symbol of cringe on the internet because of videos like this.
Are you still on the clock?
Yeah!
Okay, go fucking work!
I need a drink, I can't breathe!
My God.
I can't fucking breathe! It's like, what the fuck, why so serious? Oh my gosh.
This guy is now going to have to do this every time he laughs at work. He will never be able to just normally laugh again. He's always going to have to be in Joker mode because of this. Otherwise, she'll know it was all a ruse, an act. And he doesn't actually have a laugh reminiscent of the Joker. But anyway, I just wanted to share this video with all of you because I think it's another valuable lesson to learn that you don't need some unique shtick about yourself in order to stand out in front of girls. You know, I used to think you did, which is why I pretended to be a mysterious anime guy. You don't need some quirk like the Joker's laugh or anything. You can just be yourself without having to put on this kind of song and dance like, hey, look, I'm the fucking Joker, baby. You know, and it's probably better you don't do that. But anyway, that's about it. So yeah. This is a type of video I've never made before. I'm making this purely out of spite. I'm just a vengeful spirit right now. I had to suffer, and I feel it's only fair you suffer too. On Twitter today, a few people tagged me in 2 TikToks that were just so insultingly offensive to my eyes. I was more disturbed than a Christian youth pastor going to see the director's cut of The Human Centipede. It was so yucky that I just feel obligated to inflict this pain upon you, the viewer, and I'd like to talk about them a bit further. It's from a trend on TikTok where weird dudes try and be sexual and do, like, sexual shit, but it's super fucking creepy. Yeah, I mean, you know, who doesn't love a video like this? Just massaging spit into a blanket that you're pretending is a clitoris. Like, who is this for? I can't imagine there's a single sentient human being out there that's, like, excited about this or being turned on like, fuck, I'm wet now. Or, like, being cheered on in the locker room. Yeah! Oh, baby, yeah! Keep fucking rubbing her clit. Yeah, look at him go. Yes! It's vomit-inducing, especially considering that the majority of the TikTok user base is children. And then he finishes the video by, like, grabbing and squeezing what he's simulating is supposed to be a vagina. So he's basically just fucking, like, grabbing on it like he's trying to start a lawnmower. He's like fucking trying to pop a balloon in his hand. Like, it's so disturbing, like, the whole thing. And he's not the only one. There was quite a few videos I saw just like this. I don't really get it. Maybe I'm just getting older. But how would any woman see this and be like, damn, I gotta hit this guy up. He look at the way he's massaging his spit into that blanket. That could be my pussy right now. Oh my god. He could be massaging my pisser, and it'd feel this amazing like what I'm watching in this TikTok video. This guy's truly an expert. A sexual wizard. A pleasure wizard. From what I can tell, this trend is supposed to prove that you have sex. Like, hey, no, look, I fuck, and I'm good at it. And then they have, like, whatever song's playing here, Arctic Monkeys or whatever's going on, I don't know the song. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, like, if I was to participate in this trend, I'd want to go, like, full-blown Alpha Chad Thundercock status. Like, I not only know how to massage one pussy, but 50. So I'd have, like, some inspirational music playing, you know, like maybe Scatman or something, and I'm just going all over the place. Fucking southpaw on him, maybe get, like, the Zoidberg going. Just simulating rubbing over 1,000 clits around me. And then maybe I'd be considered the most sexual man on TikTok. Which, when said out loud, sounds like a crime, actually. The thing is, this whole trend is so disturbing as a viewer. Like, how is this content that anyone would leave a like on? But what's crazier is I saw so many people trying to duet with this video in particular, so there were so many people moved by it and turned on by it that they wanted to respond to it and, like, fainting. Oh. It's wild. TikTok is truly an absolutely baffling cesspool sometimes. Why? Just why? My fucking day is ruined now. Dude hits a swan dive into a cunnilingus true combo. That's like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater line right there. I mean, good for him. You know, connecting all of those tricks together. And he sticks his tongue out, and his tongue is like 20 feet long, which I think is supposed to be like a turn-on for the women that were watching. But I just feel like it'd be more of a detriment than anything. Because if this man goes to eat some vagina, he's also going to be eating butthole by accident. Like, his tongue is going to wrap around her like a G-string. It's going to be like tentacle porn, but with a tongue. So I don't think it's like necessarily the best thing in the world to have a tongue this long. Especially not for him in particular, because when you're going to administer the doctor-recommended dose of vaginal eating, you'll just get a taste of ass too. It's like, oh god, babe, why does your pussy taste like shit? It's like, well, you know why. Your tongue is fucking deep in my colon right now. How do you not realize that? But I don't even understand, like, this doesn't even show that you're good at sex, which I think the whole trend is supposed to. Because who the fuck is like, hey babe, you ready to bang? You ready to make a bedroom ham sandwich? Alright, here I come. And you do like a cannonball onto the bed, and then you just start like... But yeah, I just wanted to show these two videos from the trend here because I had to watch them, so I thought it was only right that you also had to experience this with me. So yeah, that's really about it. See ya.